Hey there, Mr. Thayer from the Syracuse Academy of Science and Citizenship, rocking a grade 3 math lesson. Today we're going to look at Module 2, Lesson 12 in Math, 3rd grade. We're going to round 2-digit measurements to the nearest 10 on a vertical line. Okay? So today we're going to do some rounding. And when we round, we have to think of just kind of a basic rule of if we're going to round up 5 or more. So if we see a number 5, we're going to round up. If we're going to round down, we're going to see 4 or less. And I'm going to show you what that looks like. So I'm going to give you a 2-digit number, and we're going to look in the ones position. And we're going to see what that number is. If it's 5, we're going to round up. If it's 4, we're going to round down. Okay? And I also have some vertical lines that we're going to work from, and it's going to show us, it's going to help us to where we are. Help us with our rounding. So here we go. I have 2 examples here. We're going to do 5 examples. Very simple stuff. So here's my vertical line right here. I have the number 68. Okay. We want to know if we want to round up or round down. Okay. So 68. So 68 is between 60 and 70. 60 and 70. We want to know, do we want to round down to 60 or do we want to round up to 70 based on where 68 is? Okay. So we know that it's between 60 and 70. Okay? Between 60 and 70. This mark in the middle is 65. It's right in the middle. Okay? Our number is 68. So that's 65 right there. 66, 67. I would put 68 right about there. Okay? So, looking at this vertical plot we have here, is 68 closer to 70 or is it closer to 60? Yep, you could tell. That is closer to 70. So we would take that 68 and we would round it up to 70. Okay? So our answer here would be, you got it, 70. So if we rounded up 68, we're closer to 70. We round that up to 70. So that was our answer for our first one. Our next one is 42. So with 42, we would tell ourselves we're going to round down to 40 or up to 50. So let's plot that here. So here's 40 on the bottom, or do we round up to 50? Okay? Remember, this is the middle point. That's about 45 right there. So where would 42 go? This is 45. We know it's got to be down here. So 42, I would say, is right around there. Okay? What are we going to do now? Are we going to round up to 50? Is it closer to 50? Or are we going to round down? Is it closer to 40? Yep, you can definitely tell from there that it is closer to 40, so we'd round down. Okay? In the beginning, I told you if it's 5 or higher, we're going to round up. If it's 4 or lower, we're going to round down. So remember, that's 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to round down. Right here, we got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we're going to round up. So we want to look at that last number there and tell us. But that's how we look at that vertical plot there. We take what we have there, 40 and 50. We know that's the midline there, around 45, and we're able to round that. Okay? I got 3 more problems for us to do just to practice. Okay? Kind of got a tricky one here, but stick with me here. We got 75. All right, so 75 is either going to round down to 70, or it's going to round up to 80, okay? We know that this is 75 right here in the middle, okay? We got to look at that 5. That's an awful looking 5, Mr. Thayer. There we go. What does that 5 tell us to do? Does it tell us to round up, or does it tell us to round down? We think about our rules in the beginning. 4 and lower tells us to round down. 5 and higher tells us to round up. So that 5 is telling us we're going to round up to 80. Okay? So we rounded up to 80. Okay? I put that tricky one in there on purpose. 5 and up tells us to round up. 4 and below tells us to round down. Okay? Let's take a look at 54. There's our next number, 54. So we're going to either round down to 50 or up to 60. Okay? Up to 60 or round down to 50. We know this is 55 right in the middle here. 54 is right here with that 4. You guessed it, we're going to round down on that one. It's below the line there. We got 4 in the ones position. We're going to round down to 50. Awesome. All right. And our last problem here is 31. We're either going to round down to 30 or round up to 40. We know that's 35 right here. 31 isn't going to be too far from there. You got that 1 in that position. Obviously, we're going to round down to 30. Okay? Rounding. Very simple. Okay? You just got to remember that rule. If you're going to round up, that number in that one position is going to be 5 or higher. And if you're going to round down, the number in that one position is going to be 4 or lower. Use the vertical lines like I have here. They help you out. Draw those. If you don't have some scrap paper, you need to draw those out. Draw them out. Draw the line. Start with what you're going to round down to and what you're going to round up to. Remember, this is the midpoint right here. Okay? And then you can plot. You can kind of plot where your number is, and it will help you. It'll, like for instance, right here, we knew 54. That was below that line, so we know we're going to round down. 75 here, we know is right up, so we're going to round up. And then over here on 31, we know this was way down here. That was below, so we know we're going to round down to 30. Okay? Very quick lesson on rounding. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Do the reps and do the practice in the papers or in the exit ticket that I have. I will check them, and I will get back to you with feedback. See you guys tomorrow.